Long ago, an old farmer lived with his wife and their son Peter. As years passed, the farmer became sick and soon passed away, leaving his wife and son alone. "Oh, my poor husband," the woman cried. "He was such a good man. How could this happen?" For many days she wept. Peter tried to comfort her, but she could not stop crying. Then her sadness turned to worry. At night she looked at the sky and whispered, "What are we going to do? How will we live?" After some weeks, she became strong again and made plans. Her husband had left $200. When almost all their food was gone, she gave Peter $100 and said, "Go to town, my son. Buy salt, flour, and bread. I hope this will last until spring." Peter walked to town. As he passed the butcher's shop, he saw a crowd. The butcher had tied an old dog to a tree and was beating it. "Butcher, why are you hurting this poor dog?" Peter shouted. "He ate my best meat this morning," the butcher said. "He was only hungry," said Peter. "Let me buy him. I'll give you $100. The butcher laughed. "You must be crazy, but fine. Take him." Peter untied the dog and said softly, "I'll call you Leo. You'll live safely with my mother and me." The dog licked his face with joy. When Peter came home, his mother was very angry. "You spent all our money on a dog? We have nothing left," she shouted. "This cake is our last food. That's dinner tonight." Peter tried to explain, "Mother, this dog will bring us luck." But she would not listen. That night he shared his small piece of cake with Leo. The next day, Peter's mother gave him the last $100. "Do not waste this. Buy food, or we will starve." Peter promised and went to town. On the way, he saw a boy dragging a cat with a rope. "Stop!" Peter cried. "Why are you hurting her?" "She stole my mother's cookie," said the boy. "I will throw her in the river." "I will buy her," said Peter. "Here, take $100. The boy laughed but agreed. Peter held the cat in his arms. "Your name will be Pika," he said. When Peter came home with the cat, his mother became furious. "You did it again! Get out of my house and take your animals with you!" So Peter left home with Leo and Pika. They walked for days until they reached a village. There they met a priest. "Hello, young man," said the priest. "Do you need work?" "Yes," said Peter. "Work for me 3 years. You will get food and shelter, and when it ends, you will be paid well." Peter worked hard for 3 years. When the time ended, the priest said, "You may choose your reward: gold, silver, or this bag of sand." Peter thought, if he offers sand, it must mean something. "I will take the sand," he said. The priest smiled and gave it to him. The bag was heavy, but Peter carried it with Leo and Pika. After days of walking, they came to a dark forest. In the middle of it, a fire burned around a young woman tied to a tree. "Help me, please," she cried. "Save me, and I will bring you good luck forever." Peter ran and threw the bag of sand on the fire. The flames died out. "Thank you. You saved my life," she said. "I am the daughter of the King of Elves. An evil king tried to destroy me." She gave Peter a golden ring. "This is a magic ring. It can give you anything you wish. But never tell anyone its secret, or you will suffer." Then she turned into a snake and disappeared into the forest. Peter looked at the ring. "We will never be poor again," he told Leo and Pika. He threw the ring from one hand to the other, and suddenly 10 young men appeared. "Oh, master, tell us what you want," they said. "Take us home to my mother," Peter said. They returned home. His mother wept with joy. "My son! Can you forgive me?" "There's nothing to forgive," Peter said. "Our life will be happy now." Peter used the ring secretly to bring food, clothes, and comfort. They lived well for many months. Then he thought about marriage. "Mother," he said, "please go to the king and ask if I may marry his daughter." "Peter, that's impossible," she said. "The king will never agree." But Peter insisted. At the palace, the king laughed. "A farmer's son wants my daughter? Bring me rich gifts, then we'll talk." Peter used the ring to make gold, jewels, and fine clothes. His mother brought them to the palace, and the king was amazed but still unhappy. The governor said, "If this young man is truly wise, he must build a palace beside yours, a silver bridge with trees of gold and silver fruit, and a great church by morning. If not, he and his mother will die." When the king woke up the next morning, everything was there: the shining palace, the silver bridge, and the church. He had to agree to the marriage. The princess and Peter married, and for a time they lived happily, but the princess was proud and angry. "How did you do all this?" she asked sweetly again and again. Peter never told her. One night she gave him too much wine, and he told her about the ring. When he fell asleep, she took it and wished herself and the whole palace away to another kingdom. The next morning, Peter woke up alone. The king locked him in a tall tower with no food or water. Leo the dog came and saw what happened. He told Pika, "We must help him." They stole bread from the village and brought it to Peter every day. When a year passed, Leo said, "We must find the magic ring." They crossed mountains, rivers, and the sea. At last, they found the princess's palace. She still wore the ring. Only a mouse could reach her room, so Leo and Pika went to the Mouse Kingdom and asked for help. The Mouse King sent a brave little mouse to steal the ring while the princess slept. The next morning, Leo and Pika had the ring. Pika carried it in her mouth and climbed onto Leo's back. They crossed the sea again and returned to Peter. Pika climbed the tower wall and threw the ring through the window. Peter caught it, threw it from one hand to the other, and the 10 young men appeared. He ordered food and music. Soon everyone in the village heard the music, even the king. When the king saw that Peter was alive, he forgave him and listened to the whole story. Peter said kindly, "Please don't punish your daughter." The king was touched and let her live. That night, Peter used the ring to bring back the palace, the bridge, and the church. In the morning, the king saw them shining again and was full of joy. The princess finally understood Peter's goodness and grew to love him. Peter's mother came to live with them in the grand palace. She often said, "My son's kindness brought us everything." They lived happily together ever after, and Leo and Pika stayed by Peter's side all their days.